Greetings, folks. Joseph Kursky here to talk about sometimes change brings innovation. GIS programs in higher education is the focus, but I think this topic resonates or should resonate with other faculty in other disciplines in higher education, and maybe a little bit in the primary and secondary area as well. Let's chat about this. Sometimes change brings innovation. A continued state of change. From their inception, educational institutions have always been in a state of change, right, folks? From the founding of what are widely considered to be the oldest universities in the world, the University of Al-Qarawiyya in Fez, Morocco, founded in 859, and the University of Bologna, founded in 1088 in Bologna, Italy, and the University of Oxford, 1249 to 1264, which I finally visited this year, to the thousands of institutions in existence today, universities have always been responsibly reinventing themselves to best serve the needs of their students and the needs of greater society. Today, community colleges, technical colleges, tribal colleges, and universities must grapple with societal, educational, financial, and technological forces that are changing more rapidly with each passing year, particularly in the geotechnology sphere. How can faculty, administrators, researchers, and facility managers understand and respond to these changes so that their institutions will be relevant and vibrant for decades to come? My colleagues and I on the ESRI education team greatly value the work that we are privileged to be involved in with the education community. This work occurs at all levels, from primary to university level, all around the world and across multiple disciplines, from anthropology to zoology, and just about everything in between. We do this through making sure that the GIS software is inexpensive or free, that tools are widely available, that spatial data is accessible, so that faculty and students can be successful. We do this through a variety of means, including the provision of curricular resources, through technical and pedagogical assistance, through highlighting success stories in ESRI and other publications, through face-to-face and online webinars, presentations, workshops, through networking opportunities for the community, and in other ways. We also do a lot of listening. Even though I'm talking a lot right now, we do a lot of listening to the community's challenges and concerns. One challenge facing higher education is that we do hear this frequently from faculty and read about it in articles that it's perhaps more acute now than a generation ago or even a few years ago, and that is the stagnation or decline of some long-standing GIS programs. This situation includes the geography programs where some GIS programs are housed. Certainly many others are growing and thriving. However, I wish to respond here to what some of our educational colleagues have been asking me to write about, which is why this is happening, and if I have any advice moving forward. Selected reasons for the challenge. Over the past 3 years alone, I have visited 110 campuses face-to-face and have, along with my colleagues here at ESRI, conducted hundreds more online short courses, presentations, and workshops. Therefore, I am no educational expert, but I have amassed, thanks to conversations with you all, the education community, a deep and broad love and understanding of the reality and the culture and the institutions of teaching and learning. I believe that the stagnation and decline of some programs is due to a variety of factors. Let's pick apart these a bit. Number one, in the past, institutions of higher education represented the only major way, other than on-the-job training, that people could learn GIS. While one can argue that many people in the past learned GIS on their own, apart from higher education or apart from on the job, the point is that many ways exist today to learn GIS tools and methods. These include thousands of videos, dozens of ESRI and university MOOCs, thousands of self-paced lessons, certificates in a wide variety of forms and styles, hundreds if not thousands of face-to-face and online college and university programs that one can choose from, and in other ways. Certainly the rise of online programs is another factor, competing with your specific institution. A student can enroll in and take courses from many rigorous, well-respected programs offered from a university that could be halfway around the world from their own location and not requiring them to enroll in your college or university. Thus, there are more options available to everyone. Number two, GIS software is easier to use and learn nowadays than ever before. Certainly, the world is a complex, dynamic planet with 8 billion humans impacting it, and therefore GIS tools were created to model and understand that world are by their nature going to be numerous and complex, just because the world is complex. That said, though, learning GIS is vastly more accessible than it was just a few years ago. Its evolution into this cloud-based environment and ecosystem nature mean that people can learn different specific components of it rather than the entire platform. They do so with contextual menus, wizard-driven AI-enabled tools that are more intuitive now than ever before. In addition, they can access imagery and vector data sets as data services and even collect their own data via field surveys, UAVs, and heads-up digitizing. Number three, traditional college demographics in many parts of the world have changed. In certain regions, there are fewer people in their late teens and early 20s, ages which traditionally have been a key audience for college and university enrollment. That said, many institutes of higher education attract those who are mid-career, certainly, and even late career. And my view is that it is never too late to get into GIS, never too late. But the demographics have changed. Number four, there is some GIS saturation in the market, where many government agencies, nonprofits, and industries have a stable GIS savvy workforce.